Now let's check on Funtime Foxy. Great.
Yeah, I watched and read this slop. Simply because people are speculating it's about to end, and the author is he's an interesting guy. The first ever chapter of this story came out almost 8 years ago in 2017. And at the beginning, it looked like it could be a decent romance story. And as you keep reading and watching, you realize that the protagonist is a big freaking loser.
How can you see?
And not only is he a loser, he's a straight up fucking stupid. I'm going to be honest, I don't really like watching romance anime.
Stop the caps.
It's just not my cup of tea. But there's a couple I do like to enjoy. Love is War to name one of them. But regardless of my interest, I sat down and read this.
And I want my fucking time back.
It has 380 chapters, and it just got to the quote-unquote good part like 2 chapters ago. If the author really chose to, he could drag this series on for as long as One Piece has been going on.
The One Piece! The One Piece is real!
Because the protagonist takes 1 step forward and 3 steps back. From the very first episode, this show lets you know that the main character is a fucking loser and he's a failure at most everything he tries. And it's the most average looking dude known to man, in this show's universe anyway. Sitting through these episodes were a chore. I had to play Clash Royale while watching these, because this show made me visually cringe. He fantasized his ex-girlfriend having sex with someone else, and then jerked off to it. What the fuck, man? I get it's supposed to make him look like a hopeless guy, but how do you defend this, bro? Some of this dialogue just ain't it, man. Listen to this.
Oh man, this totally sucks! And why am I getting turned on by picturing that?
The story ain't that deep either. The girl wants to become an actor and goes to college, and as she works as a rent-a-girlfriend to pay it off. That's it, I guess. And the main character broke up with his ex-girlfriend.
I fell in love with someone else. Let's break up.
And somehow she got introduced to the family, and he's the only heir to the family. It needs a successor, and in a very 80s style comedy, the family believed they were actually dating and accepted her into the family. This girl ain't cheap either. He spent $2,500 on her. He's got no character development to speak of. I've seen more character development from Curious George.
Life could be a dream if I could take you up in paradise up above.
This show's very deceiving, because if you watch it just the first season, you would assume, oh, there's going to be some sort of confession or some sort of character progression. But let me just cut that rope and save you some time. It doesn't happen. Time and time again, he's falling for her, and she's doubled down that she's just playing her part as a rent-a-girlfriend.
He said it! He said it!
Since he's only had one for about a month. So Chizuru feels bad for him and decides to help him get an actual girlfriend. And then there's a girl who actually likes him, and he doesn't want her, bro.
It should have been me, not him!
This character is just so ass. Some men die of thirst while others drown. If you don't want to get actually spoiled from this atrocity, leave, because after almost 400 chapters, so many ups and downs, she started to get feelings like halfway-ish through. Kid you not. This guy saved her life, by the way. It almost died in the process of it. I know she doesn't owe him anything. It's just something to put on your mind after almost 400 chapters. Basically supported her financially by renting her out weekly. He gets fucking rejected. Why would you blue ball your audience for almost 8 years just to have this happen? This is next level evil. I don't even like this series and I'm angry. So I could imagine how angry the people who actually like this garbage are. The story's not over yet, and I get that. And nothing's been set in stone yet. That's it. And we could be close to the ending, but those are just speculations. But after 380 chapters, are you fucking kidding me? I've seen more character development from a toad who's chilling out in a swamp. I need to know who's the audience for this. And how has the show been able to drag on for this long? I don't know when, but quote me on this and remind me of this later on in the future. When I go to Japan, I'll rent out a girlfriend, a 5-star one or whatever, and see exactly what bro is on about. Keep this in mind. Remember this. Please keep track of this, because this will be important later. I would rather stick toothpicks under my toenails and kick a wall than to watch this character on screen. Gullible, naive.
Hey, it says gullible on the ceiling.
Oh, so it, oh, you stole my lungs.
And finally, my favorite part. The author. I don't ever think I've seen an author do this with characters they've created. I'm not gonna say anything about the author. I'm just going to point out that his Twitter has 2D characters in real life places of what I can only assume is his living quarters.
Don't worry, Gregory. I can see your search history. What the fuck?
He draws her getting out of the shower and reading a book in bed, as well as other places like a train as if they were on a real date. I have an idea of what's happening, and I am praying it's not what I think. Almost looks like he's fallen in love with this character, and I really hope I'm wrong. I hope he's just proud of his creation and is just taking creative liberties. Editor, what do you think of your opinions on the author?
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
I finished reading and watching the series in about 2 days. Season 4 is coming out in a few weeks this month. By the way, if you're interested in that, all I can say is that I want my time back. Well, I'm gonna go spend my entire paycheck on Goth Girls OnlyFans. So yeah.